Like the culture. Amplifying the voice of athletes. Finally speaking, they gotta feel this. Taking control of the story we live. Turn every loss to a lesson we give. Giving hope to the next generation.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy E. Josiah Kenty with Flip the Culture Podcast, where the culture won't change until we do. Got the special guest here, Coach Demetric Price, man.
What's up, my man? What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
Hey, bro, you probably the flyest coach, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, you'll probably make me want to play quarterback again.
Appreciate it.
Dog, I went from being a running back in Little League. I ain't even really play defense like that for real. I played linebacker just because they needed me on the other side of the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Then I got to middle school, I played quarterback. Now, whether I can throw or not, bro, I just had the will. I could be a leader. You know what I'm saying? My dad played quarterback at Miles. I was like, hey, I can get it there. It's a dump, but I can get it there.
Yeah.
I got the Ramsey, bro. I was like, all right, let me go out for quarterback. Then I seen the line that was there, bro.
Yeah, this ain't it. No.
I see the G. I can't get hurt like this. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I just said, bro, I can't get hurt. Like, because I looked at it, and nothing against the guys that played the line, but it's like, bro, if I know all we got is 6 guys that's lining up right now,
I can't do that. I can't take those hits.
Bro, I went to defense.
I can't. I'd rather hit somebody to take those hits.
The defense, bro. So, like, how, bro, because I have a defensive mentality, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how are you able to fall in love with the position of quarterback, bro? Because you different.
Man, this is the craziest thing about it, man, is when I first started playing the game of football, man, like, I never played the position quarterback, you know. My first position was linebacker, DN, and I played running back. That's the most crazy thing ever. And, you know, just 75 pound, 85 pound, and crazy thing about it, man, one of my best friends, one of my close friends, man, Martin Tripp, Paparazzi, that does the camera thing, he was playing quarterback. And one day we were just out before practicing, throwing the football, and my little league coach, Coach Cheatham, seen me throw the football. And ever since then, I've been saying ready, set, hut. He changed it up. Yeah, he changed it up then. You know, Tripp, you go to running back. Price, you go to quarterback. And ever since then, man, I've been playing the position. The craziest thing about it, man, I played Little League ball all the way to 135. Then I started playing middle school ball. Got to middle school, I told everybody I want to be a receiver. I'm trying my best to get away from this thing saying ready, set, up, man. This thing crazy. Yeah. And just so happened, the quarterback got hurt. Next thing you know, guess who was saying ready, set, hut? Demetric Price. So, you know, I guess God gave me the ability to play the position. Yeah. And God gave me the ability just to be a leader at a young age, and he molded me to be that guy. You know, the craziest thing about it, no one never showed me the technique. No one never showed me how to throw a football. No one never showed me how to play the position. You know, but he just molded me into the guy that I needed to be. And next thing you know, I was the guy that's saying ready, set, hut. Yeah. You know, yeah, man.
So you got Price Elite Quarterback Academy, right?
Yeah.
You call it P.E.Q.A?
P.E.Q.A, man.
Yeah,
man, you know what's crazy, man? I didn't start that. Coach Andrews started that.
Coach Andrews,
yes, man. Levert Andrews started the P.E.Q.A. Man, that's the craziest thing ever. Like, so when I first got the Rams, you know, I was coaching football. That was it. So,
what year you come to Rams?
I came to Ramsey right after y'all state championship, 2017. Okay. Right, I came to Ramsey then, and when I got to Ramsey, I was just wanted to coach quarterbacks in football, you know. And I also was, you probably don't know, I was a big-time baseball player. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey. So I was a big-time baseball player, and Coach Andrews asked me to coach baseball. And, you know, me and Coach Andrews started a good relationship. You know, and when I told him about that I want to start at Price Elite Quarterback Academy, and then he just started saying P.E.Q.A, you know what I'm saying? So now a lot of people been saying P.E.Q.A now, so I just go by sometimes, you know. But, you know, just starting the brand and starting everything, man, I just wanted to make a difference in the city. You know, I just want to make a difference in my community, you know, because of the fact that when I was growing up playing the position, I didn't have nobody to go train 3 times a week on the weekend, something like that. So I want to give the city an opportunity to take the team to another level, because I think that's the only thing that was killing us is the quarterback play. So yeah, that was my main goal.
That's real, bro. Like it's hard to see even an NFL team, a collegiate team. Like if your quarterback isn't performing the way it's supposed to, bro, you can have a bona fide team.
Man, what?
Fine line. But if your quarterback ain't bona fide, bro, you not seeing that championship.
Not seeing it at all.
So like,
not seeing it.
I've seen you interact with athletes, not in a practice standpoint, but I've seen you interact on game day, right? So you, for example, Parker versus Ramsey game. I know you're an alum of Parker, but you also have kids on Ramsey team in the past, and he's also in the present that you've worked with personally, but you also have players that work on the opposite team. So mentally, how do you stay like even keeled inside the game to where it's like you see what I'm saying?
What side
like,
I'm gonna go to?
Yeah. Like how do you stay?
Man, basically, man, actually it started this summer, you know, because they all train together, you know what I'm saying? So I started then, you know, especially when they're going through drills and stuff like that. I make sure they understand that, hey man, this guy ready to come beat you, and this guy gonna try to beat you too. Yeah. So, you know, y'all know I'm gonna be at. I'm gonna be on both sides of the sidelines. I'm gonna go sideline to sideline. Just if I see things that I know that other coaches don't see because they have not said ready, set, hut. You know, that's my little sign that you gotta have a guy that say ready, set, hut. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't see it, I make sure that I go try my best to go to sideline to sideline, go to locker room to locker room. Thanking to the head coaches that I'm a relationship with, got a good relationship with. I can be able to say things to them that I saw so they can fix it, you know what I'm saying? And I just want both of my guys to do great. You know, it don't matter who win the ball game to me. You know what I'm saying? That's the team decides who win the ball game, you know. At the end of the day, I both win. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to make sure they be successful at whatever position they in. I just make sure they be successful at it. You know, make sure they ready for it.
You know what, bro? I'm glad you said you go to the coach that you got the relationship with. Yeah. Because, like, I can already foresee, you know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, man, who this dude is on the sideline? You know, of course you clean, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, who this dude is? And, of course, like, you had, like, P.E.Q.A, it ain't no program where it's like, well, like, what is this? Yeah. So you know what I mean when I say, like, who is this guy? Yeah. Like, they know who you are. They know your presence. They know that you've been working with that guy. But sometimes coaches can get so egocentric, bro. And it's like, man, I know things about your player that you don't even know about right now. So how do you, or how in the beginning stages, not now, but in the beginning stages, how did you learn to navigate in those different ways to where it didn't put your player at a disadvantage, but also you got your player the information?
I just made sure, man, first, whenever a kid come to me, man, especially at high school, I make sure I build a relationship with the head coach. As if I do know him, if I don't know him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I make sure I talk to him and ask him what you want to work on, what things that you saw in practice that I need to work on in training that we can get better at. You know, so most definitely I try to build a relationship with the head coaches. You know, I try my best not to step on nobody's toes, you know, because I know how I live as a coach because I was a coach once before. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if I'm not there in meetings all night, if I'm not there in practice, if I'm not there, you know, man, watching film, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to change anything up. But with the relationship that I have with the coaches, I know what they really wanted, and I know what they want and want what their quarterback to look like. So, I just make sure if I see something that he did not see or if a coach did not see, I make sure I try to put that little ringtone in their head and when they call it again, that he'll be able to see it and be successful at that play. So, you know, and the crazy thing about it, man, and I also watch film too as well. So I make sure that I have all my guys huddle. Sometimes we watch film ourselves. Sometimes we go on the board and write down different type of scenarios that I may see, and if he don't see it, and I explain it to him, why do I see it that way? So, you know, I try to make sure I just dial in their head that is, we trying to look beyond high school football. We're looking at college level football right now. So, because you got to be ready to play next level football when you get to college right now, because if you don't, they're going to tell you put your name in the transfer portal. So I just try to make sure they be prepared and be mentally and physically, emotionally prepared to play the position.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Because like the way that you market P.E.Q.A, bro, it's like inspiring.
Yeah.
Because like all your guys, I'm talking about some of the guys that probably was posted, and it's like, dang, bro, I know if I looked at this guy in this video, I know he gonna need some more time. Like, cause I see the way his hips are.
Yeah.
But then 2 weeks later, I'm looking at that same kid. I'm like, oh snap! Like he fixed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's from just a social media standpoint, but I know it's a lot that goes more into preparing your athletes. So can you speak a little bit about what does that process look like when you sit up in the film room and you on the whiteboard with them? Like, how does that experience go for your guys?
Man, you know, sometimes it get a little frustrating sometimes because some guys do not know how to draw on the whiteboard and don't really know how to explain it and don't understand the terminology that the coach is trying to hear, you know. And I had the opportunity when I first got to Parker High School, man. The craziest thing about it, man, my freshman year at West End High School, I didn't play quarterback at all. There go again. You know what I'm saying? My freshman year at West End High School, I did not play quarterback at all, man. I played receiver and corner. You know, I started on varsity as a receiver. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I played a couple games at corner at West End High School. So I didn't say ready, set, hut at all at West End High School my freshman year. I just started playing quarterback to my 10th grade year. And the crazy thing about it, man, we didn't throw the ball that much. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy, but God blessed me to West End to close down because I had the opportunity to play up under Coach Pop. Coach Pop was my quarterback coach and my offensive coordinator at Parker High School. Okay. So that relationship is real tight, man. That's like a father figure to me, man. And man, he took me up under his wings, man, when I first got to Parker High School, man. And I think that my first year at Parker High School, that summer, man, I was with Coach Pop 24/7 during the summer, man. I like at the pool with him, at the house with him. I remember we were downstairs. We had the old school big screen. We watching film.
Fat back.
Man. We watching film, man. I'm in front of him like I'm in class, reading out coverages. I'm reading. Telling what do you see? Why you see that? Why we throwing that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm very grateful for Coach Pop, man, because he really molded me into another level quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And I just had the opportunity to go to the Alabama State University. That's where I signed my letter of intent to, and have another great quarterback coach named Richard Munkery. And he just molded me to a whole nother level, like understanding how to write on the board, understanding the terminology, how neat the board need to be, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I just, everything that I learned from those guys, man, the crazy thing about it, my receiver coach at Parker High School was Papa Cherry. So I got to learn from him even more. So everything that I learned, everything that everybody done taught me, man, I just put it in the back pocket and make sure that I teach my guys everything that I learned. So even more, you know, and make sure they be ready.
That's good, bro. And you, from your origin story, you was jumping around from position to position.
Yeah,
so you were pretty athletic.
Man, I was pretty athletic, man. I went the fastest, but I know how to get open. I know understand the defense, man. And even on the defense side of the ball, man, the crazy thing about it, what I get my nickname from, Meat, is from me just playing linebacker because I just had all the meat on my head. You know what I'm saying? And
bro, I used to, like, me and my brother, we get back to practice, we used to get our helmets just keep
clacking. But man, I used to feel that hole, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to feel that hole. I played linebacker. I used to feel that hole. I wasn't scared to do what I needed to do. So I think me just playing the position, man, I wasn't scared of taking licks. I'm not worried about the lick that I might have to take, you know what I'm saying, because I used to give the licks, you know what I'm saying. So it just molded me to a whole nother level, you know. And I just wasn't the fastest, man. That's the only thing that I wish that I had an opportunity somebody could have worked on with me. It's my speed, you know what I'm saying. But getting what I needed to get, I can get there. You know what I'm saying?
So how do you feel when quarterbacks, when they're going through like the evaluation process, and they be like, "Hey man, just play wide receiver."
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't throw no way. Like just play wide receiver. Like what does that do to a player that has played multiple positions but understands the game from a quarterback perspective?
Man, one thing that, especially that, if we have a dual threat quarterback, man, the most important thing you need to work on is the things that they say that you're not confident enough.
Okay.
Or stand in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? The first thing that you need to work on is how to have pocket movement, pocket presence. You know what I'm saying? And understand the right technique, how to throw a football. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, now we can build your confidence of throwing the ball on the run because you like to run. Mm-hmm. So now we need to build something that rolling out right, rolling out left, how to push up in the pocket. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So now, once we understand that type of thing into your game, now we start to understand. Now we can stay in the pocket. Now we can get outside the pocket. Mm-hmm. Now you bringing threat towards the defense. So they got to have a spy on you. Now they got to do different type of things to make sure you stay in the pocket. But if I stay in the pocket, I can throw these dimes too. Yeah. So that's why a lot of these college teams is getting these dual threat quarterback that also have a quarterback mind, because of the fact that the game getting faster, man. Yeah. D tackles getting faster, linebackers getting faster. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, you gotta have a guy to know how to get outside the pocket and also stay in the pocket when it's there. So that's the most important thing that these guys need to work on.
So I seen situations where like head coaches or even offensive coordinators can't make a decision on the quarterback, right? Like you got one that you got a quarterback like, hey, we got the wide receiver saying, throw me the ball. You got a talented wide receiver core, but you also need the wiggle room for that dual threat quarterback. But then you also have a pocket passer, and then like they share reps within the game, and we see that at the collegiate level, like with Deion Sanders' past season. You know. Well, was it past season?
Yeah, this past season.
Yeah, past season. Like we see it at the high school level. So, like from your perspective, man, me honestly, I might not have a dog in the fight, bro. Cause I'm defensive minded. I love when the coach can't make their decision. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't get in the rhythm. Yeah. But like, have you seen it work that way?
I mean, sometimes it can work, and sometimes it can hurt your team a little bit, because sometimes your team can feel going this way quarterback, and sometimes your team go this way quarterback. It's all depends. So right now, I just tell my quarterbacks right now, man, separate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't even make the race even close. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's the mindset that a coach don't know who to pick, because now quarterback haven't separated themselves yet. You know what I'm saying? So then I think even picking up with the Colorado offer, with the situation, man, they had a big time freshman come in, Juju, and they had a transfer to come in, and the transfer did not separate himself from Juju. So now they put them in a bind only because of the fact that we didn't know which one to go with. Then they gave with another guy. Another transfer, because Juju didn't separate himself. You know, I didn't think Juju was going to separate himself just yet. I think he's going to be very dominant this year because he done played a lot of college football. He got another year left he got a year on his belt. So I think that it's just hard, because if a quarterback don't separate himself, it's going to be hard for the decision to be made.
That's a different perspective. Like I said, I couldn't come up with that perspective. I just say please do not make your decision. Like, because I remember playing against a quarterback scheme like that. Yeah. And bro, one of the toughest schemes that I remember playing in front of was Sylacauga. Sylacauga ran wing T, and I couldn't find the ball. So when you can't find the ball on an option ran heavy team, bro, like I remember one time, bro, they faked the dive, then bro pulled it, went around, faked the pitch, and the tight end went down the field, bro. And they been killing us in the dive because the linebackers just he didn't even know where to be found. You know what I'm saying? So I hit on the dive, bro. But really, I was supposed to go towards the pitch.
The pitch.
It wasn't even the tight end. My read was the pitch, bro, because the defense was running because we had one high safety. But that tight end was streaking down the field, bro. Wow. Overthrown ball.
I mean, and that's the thing that, you know, what hurt teams too as well, man. Be a heavy run team and really don't work on them type of throws to make those throws. Like Indy is a very big part of your practice, especially for quarterbacks, because only you working on throws that you're gonna make doing 7-on-7, you're gonna make it team. So you working on 5-step drop, 3-step drop, rhythm throws. What I mean by rhythm throws is digs and posts and all things curls. You put yourself in a rhythm. So you work on them type of things in Indy. So when we get to 7-on-7, a team, you are already molded. Your mind already there. That I already know my eyes going here. When I hit this back foot and I gather, I know my eyes should be going somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be first read, second read, third read. After my third read, I'm going straight to my check down. So you know what I'm saying? So once you work on those things in Indy, you know what I'm saying? That's why you probably see when you probably was in college, y'all had an Indy period. Then when y'all going to special team, quarterback's gone.
You don't see them no more.
You don't see them no more because we going through. We get another extra 30, 20 minutes of Indy again. You know what I'm saying? So that type of time, that's when you start working on your mobility, getting outside the pocket, to push up in the pocket, and things like that. That's when you get still that extra time, man. So that's when you really work on it.
Like growing up, I remember the quarterback used to always be the holder. Like, bro, when I got to college, the quarterback wasn't the holder.
No.
Like, I don't even see quarterbacks down there no more.
Nope.
Like, is there a reason why they don't put the quarterback down there the holder anymore?
Man, it's all depend, though. It's all depends. So sometimes it might be the third screen, it might be the holder. Or it might be now that I have, it might be the kicker, be the holder. So only because that the quarterback's coach is trying to steal that time to go over certain scenarios or what we fit to run and what we're going to run on first down, 1st and 5, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Quarterback coaches are always trying to steal time, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the most important position on the field, you know. So they always trying their best to steal the time on things like that. So that's why you probably don't see the quarterback holding no more.
Yeah. How young do you go to start working with a kid?
I started at age 8. You know, I may take a 7-year-old depending on how well you know he stay involved with the training section. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's all depending on how it is. You know, every parent called me. He very up the beat until I slow it down to him. You know what I'm saying? You know, every kid that started off the age have cried. You know, because of the fact that they haven't really been taught how to play the position, how to really throw a football. You know, so when I started breaking it down to them, they can't get it. You know, they start shedding the tip. That's how I know, like, he might be the one because he want to get it. He want to understand it. He want to get it. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure they really understand it. You know, my young guy, I got some good young guys. Man, I got some 10-year-olds. I got some. I got one little 10-year-old. He's dangerous, man. He's gonna be dangerous, man. Carter Richardson, man. He's played Spain Park Little League, Youth League, man. He's gonna be very, very dangerous. He's gonna be very dangerous. So man.
You think kids nowadays are playing too much football?
I think so. Ain't no way we should be playing 30 games in one season. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way we should be playing 2 games in a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Right now, man, I call it AAU football now.
Yeah.
You know, especially that, man. Like, it's really crazy, man. Like, I understand what they're trying to do, but starting playing football in July, man, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. And go all the way up to February. So you talking about we playing football from July to February?
Year round. Then you got 7-on-7.
Then you got 7-on-7, man. That's crazy, man. That don't make any sense. I mean, that don't make any sense. I hate it for some of these young kids because it might time out. They might not even want to play it no more, depending on how much they love the game.
So what about the pushback on that, which is like, man, I want my kid to get exposure. Like, it.
Ah!
Is there such thing as exposure at that age?
It can be, especially with this generation with social media. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen some guys that I done played with. We had social media then, my Lord. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man. Like, I had a guy played on my team, made that Odell Beckham catch. I swear for not at the age of how old we was. We was on a 135, bro. I promise you. Like, I wish I had that footage. Like, I done seen. Matter of fact, my guy Tate, that's over Dream Clothing. Mm-hmm. My boy Tate, man, he made that same catch at Odell Beckham, bro. Like, I promise you not. I wouldn't lie to you, man. You know, if we had the social media then, man, that catch would have went viral. You know, I done seen that happen. You know, and I just think that if your kid good, because I done seen some kids like, oh man, that kid talented to be his age, you know what I'm saying? Then we get to see it because of social media, you know what I'm saying, the platform. Now we got Battlefield, now we got all these type of platforms for the youth and this national thing that they got going on. I think it's very good for them because, you know, it's some young kids that we seen now they're in college football still doing the same thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's okay. It's not bad. You know, it just don't just tie the kid out, man. If we're gonna do spring ball, do spring ball. Yeah. You know what I mean? Treat it like a program. Don't play no games and do all the type of stuff like that because, man, playing a 40 game season, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
And then I'm even thinking about how the game is now with transfer portal and everything because you went from Alabama State to Miles College, which that is you transferred down. Yeah. So like with the rules back then, you were still able to play. You weren't able to. You didn't miss a season. Or?
No, I didn't miss a season. So if I would have transferred up or stayed at the same level, I would have to miss a season. I would have sit out a year. I would have lose a year. Right. So I had to go D2. You know, you know what I'm saying, man. A lot of people don't know my story with that Alabama State situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't like to talk about it because you know it was a year that it was okay, you know. I came in as a freshman at Bama State, man. I had like 5 quarterbacks in front of me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I had like five quarterbacks in front of me, man. Like I tell my guys every day, my first day of practice, I got 1 repping team. You know what I'm saying? But I made my reps cost a lot of, how can I put it? I made sure every rep they gave me, I took advantage of it, of the opportunity, you know. And, you know, I had made my way up to probably for to be the starter at Alabama State as a freshman, you know. And 2 weeks before game day, man, Clearinghouse came involved. They said I was ineligible. For some odd reason, man, that was trying to figure out why did I have 2 transcripts. You know what I'm saying? But back then, you know, you had to call NCAA and be on the phone with them until they answer the phone. You know, so my mom was on the phone for like 2 weeks trying to make them understand that I cannot call Western High School because no more Western High School. You know, and so they were saying that because they kept asking me, they kept asking me for my Western High School transcript. So she was like, I can't call Western High School because it's no more Western High School. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this situation was, you know, back and forth. So they ended up making a guy the starting quarterback when I was out because I couldn't do nothing. I can for like, I think for like a week and a half. I can't go to practice. I can't work out. I can't even go to the facility because I was ineligible. So they made me eligible probably like week of game day. Probably like the week of the game day. Yeah, they probably made me eligible like Tuesday. But they had already named the starter back then. But I was the backup. I mean, I played in the 7 games as a freshman at Bama State. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be trying to tell my guys now. I'm not scared to explain to them that I played 7 games as a freshman. You know what I'm saying? At Alabama State. You know. Think the next year, my sophomore year, think I'm fit to be a guy. The offensive coordinator left and went to another school. We brought another offensive coordinator in. He brought in his guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know how that goes. So I went from didn't have to worry about looking on the travel list to smelling that diesel food, boy. Yeah. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So my sophomore year for a game, we traveled, but I smelled that diesel food. You know, and that was a wake-up call for me right then and there, man. That was the most difficult time of my life, because that was my first time ever being humble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to sit here and really question myself, like, is I'm good enough to play this position? You know what I'm saying? And there was a difficult time in my life that I thought I had it. I thought I was going to make it out, you know what I'm saying, playing this thing, but it was a setback, you know what I'm saying? But I stayed the course. I also learned, you know what I'm saying? And the one thing that it did, it made me a great teammate. You know what I'm saying? I never talked bad on nobody that was in front of me. Even the starting quarterback, man, we had a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm always cheering him on. I'm always in his corner. When he came to the sideline, man, you know, the crazy thing about it, man, they had to trust me because I had a headset. You know what I'm saying? So, it was just a time in my life that I had to really sit here and learn and understand myself. You know what I'm saying? And I stayed actually 2 more years at Bama State. Yeah. I stayed my sophomore year and I stayed my junior year or whatnot. But crazy thing about it, man, what really made me, when I got in the mile, what made me different, because our defense was like the number one team, like the number one defense in FCS. Like they were lean FCS and P.E.Q.A. Like we had some dogs on that defense, but I was a scout team quarterback, so some 2 minute some 2 minute warners, I win. You know, I drive the ball down the field, and that only made me better though, man. And then the crazy thing about it, man, and my coach Richard Mercury at the time, man, like he put in some extra time with me, so we'll come in and watch scout team practice just for me. I go in by myself. We'll watch scout team practice and stuff like that, you know, things like that. So when it was time for me to transfer, you know, I was just ready to play. I was just ready to play football, man, because I was already molded. I was already mad, you know what I'm saying, because I think I should have been playing. But, you know, God make things happen for a reason.
Yeah. And I thank God for that reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, during the time, bro, you know what I'm saying, I know it's probably hard to hear, like, why this reason is, because we ask God why. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say, like, yeah, we don't ask God. Nah. We get to that point, we come to the ends of ourselves, bro, where it's like, bro, why is this happening? But now when you get folks like Jamar Smith, right? When you get folks like Cameron, I'm gonna say Cameron Payne, Cameron Shepard, but you get guys like that where I'm familiar with Jamar Smith and his story on how he was working at Dunkin' Donuts, you know what I'm saying, and like just like dang, bro, like what's next? Yeah. Then you get guys like Cameron Shepard who tore their ACL his senior year, don't got nowhere to go for real, and take 2 years off, enroll as a full-time student at UAB, but then go on to play at Lane College. Yeah. So like, how, knowing that was your background of understanding the art of patience and getting your time almost like 2 to 3 years later, like how do you coach up your guys to know, like, hey man, there's a spot for you, like just keep on going in this process?
Yeah, man, I just try to make sure, man, I'm molded in their head that it's still opportunities out there if you just keep pushing. The work will outwork itself. You know what I'm saying? If you put the work in, man, you put the grind in inside the process. You put the work and the grind inside the process, man, the work will outwork itself. It will start showing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on Jamar Smith right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on his head each and every day. You know, don't give up on what you got. Don't give up on your dream, man, you know, because he's a great guy. He's a great human being, great man, a great father, you know. And the crazy thing about it, man, I reached out to Jamar, you know what I'm saying? And I just, when Birmingham Stadium first came, man, hey, man, what you got going on? I promise you. I said, hey, what you got going on? You might not know, I'm Price League Quarterback Academy. Man, if you want to get some extra work in, you come down to City Walk, we got it. And he wrote me back and said, let's do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was the first year the Birmingham Stadium got here. And we've been locked in since that. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I think that the way the Stallions of the USFL are going, they're trying to make sure they put guys in that's already been in the league and get back in the league. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't get me wrong, man. Jamar should be playing somewhere. And I truly believe that somebody going to pick Jamar up if you just keep working. And with that Cam Shepard situation, man, I know that pain hurt when he tore his ACL his senior year, because the kid had a hell of a senior year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was having a great senior year, man. He had but even with that Cam Shepard situation, man, I used to hit him up through high school, but I kept hitting him. So he finally had the opportunity to come work with me, and we've been locked in, man, since then. And the crazy thing about it, man, how he got to Lane College, because when I was at Bama State, the running back coach at Bama State was the head coach at Lane.
Relationship.
You know what I'm saying? So we end up working at them type of things out right there and things like that. So that's how he ended up at Lane College and stuff like that. So, I'm that type of guy. I don't like to talk about what I do for kids, because it's between me and the kids and God, God will bless me because I done blessed somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how he ended up at Lane College, man. So we continue to work, continue to grind, because once you work in the grind inside the process, man, I promise you, man, at the end of the road, you will all see why he put you through that situation. Because God put you through situations just to see if you're going to continue to have that faith. You know what I'm saying? Once you continue to have that faith inside the process, it's more faith at the end of the road.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's more that He's going to give you because you kept believing inside the process. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure I dial in my kids' heads, like, keep believing inside the process, because the process is going to make you so much better at the end. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that. And I know you don't talk about it a lot as far
Yeah.
as like what you do for kids, and I admire that. But I do believe that this was an appropriate space to be able to share that, man, because like I see fruit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like there's a lot of guys out here that talk about what all they do with the kids, but they don't seek after the kids to be with them in that tough spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, I see trainers, not even just in the city, but just like worldwide, bro. Like it don't even gotta be football. That's how crazy it is, bro. And they get me fired up because when they see people at the peak, that's when everybody draw.
Everybody draw to it.
But when you can see somebody in a raw moment, bro, in a raw time in their life where it's like, hey, before you get to your peak, what you got in you, it needs some coaching up. And it takes humbleness from the coach's standpoint, because what I hear from even from Smith and then also Shepard, you reached out multiple times.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, come. So that takes a humble place, because most people like, I reach out one time, it is.
Yeah.
But that shows how you care, but also shows humbleness from your quarterbacks that you work with, and be like, dang, I'm actually not at the place that my community even esteem me to be.
Yeah.
Like, cause some of these quarterbacks, bro, like they that.
Yeah.
And they shoot almost every quarterback that inside their school, bro. Take me sorry, be like, hey, that's the quarterback.
That's the quarterback. That's the guy. Yeah. That's the man.
Hey, bro.
They say QB1.
Hey, that's it. Don't even know QB2. QB who?
QB1.
But I appreciate you coming on, bro. Is there anything else that you like to share that we didn't cover?
Man, not really, man. I just like the people to understand, man, like the community that we from and the city that we from, man. There's a lot of people that don't understand why we do these type of things. Yeah. We do these things because we didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? So if we got the voice and the platform to do these type of things, man, we're going to show it. We just need the support from the city. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And support one another. Because we all are here for a reason, to make sure these kids go to another level and make sure they see different type of things. I had the opportunity to go to college and see different type of things, and you know what I'm saying. My first flight was in college. You know what I'm saying, playing ball. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. So I had the opportunity to fly for free. You know what I'm saying. And the crazy thing about it, I didn't know how to go to through because we ain't go through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't go through. We pulled up right next to the plane and got right on the plane off the bus. So, it's just different type of things that I just think that we need to get more together as a unit and make sure these kids is ready for the next level, especially with all this money they're getting. You know what I'm saying? Especially different type of things they're going to see, because you got to be football IQ and life IQ. Yeah. To go to another level, like I've been big on changing the mindset, you know, because your mind is more important than your tongue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once we change the mindset, you started to talk different, you started to walk different, you started to move different, you started to surround your folks around people different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to make sure these kids connect themselves with successful people, because successful people is contagious.
Mm-hmm.
And once you be around successful people, it's going to start rubbing out on you.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're going to start being successful. You're going to start winning. And you don't even know why you winning in that area.
Yeah.
But you just got that touch and that favor from that person. You know what I'm saying? So I just pray, man, we just come together as one and build something different for the city of Birmingham, because this generation really need us, man. This generation really need us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thankful just to have the platform to be in this situation, man, because I'm not a big talker. I'm not a big camera guy for real. You know, but God gave me an opportunity to use my tongue and use my mindset to build and drive into this youth and get this youth what they need to be to go to another level, man.
Man, God bless you, dog. Like, especially being on the front lines, bro. Because I know it can get difficult sometimes dealing with individual processes with the kids. But I thank you, bro, for what you're doing.
Appreciate you, bro.
Beyond. So yeah, man. Hey, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Probably should have said that at the very beginning of the thing. My team gonna get me on that. But hey, this the culture. Well, the culture don't change until we do. Let's get it.
Let's get it, baby.
Appreciate you,
Appreciate your fam.